This is how we start out the videos. Just before you see Remy's next video, I think he had to go to the bathroom. I think he was thirsty. He's a high drive dog. Just kidding. Oh crap. Alright, Summer, what are you doing? You're in this episode. Anyway, so you better tell Mark to see my post, because I did mention that stalker by name. Am I a little bitter towards that woman? Yeah. And this woman tries to take my birthright away? Yeah, I am. And, if this chick thinks I couldn't hold my own, in a conversation with Fred Campo, which she doesn't even know what that is, or Nelson Sills. The reason I was in the LRC was because of Nelson Sills, because I could hold my own in a conversation with Nelson Sills. These guys are great. I mean, this is what I was explaining to Summer, though, because all of our dogs trace a direct father line to this dog, Super Chief, who was owned by a guy named August Belmont, who people may not have heard of, but they've probably heard of a little horse race called the Belmont Stakes. I'm going to tell you who August Belmont was. He was a rich, old money, white, Anglo-Saxon Protestant who played the big money game of field trials and could see inside the heart of an animal. Could see heart in an animal. This is who this man was. Just happened to be really, really rich. But in those days, the only people, and honestly, really these days, I mean, there's a lot. The reason the LRC is so lawyer and doctor laden is because a lot of these guys play the field trial game. I mean, yes, a lot of, I would say a lot of, because someone was educated, that could make them see an animal's heart, but they would seek education because they would know there was more to see in the world. I can't really explain it, you know what I mean, Stacey? So, yes, that's why, these people that worry, they're going to come and take the e-collar away, like they do in other countries. Yeah, you're forgetting about the lawyer-laden LRC. That's why that isn't going to happen. So Kiko Pop and Zach George and Ian Dunbar can scream, get rid of the e-collar all they want. We are packing big gun. Big gun. Big gun. I mean, that's why it isn't going to happen. And these people are, about 76 calibers deeper, able to see the heart of an animal. I mean, that Kiko Pup, that one video we saw the other day, it was like, how to teach a dog to heal. Okay, the dog is dead asleep. Yeah, we found that's not a problem then. It's when they wake up. When you take them out. What's wrong with me? It's these bangs. We got to go to Zeta. If Zeta goes and cuts my bangs back, I'll be like Stepford Kelly. He's getting in more fights with Greg. He's coming out with a pager-only collar. I told him to post these videos. He just can't understand anything. I was just screaming at him. I don't even want to read the email. All right, Summer, you're supposed to be in this video. Because Summer was the baby's birthday party. It's baby's birthday. So I got the baby a playhouse, and I didn't tell Summer. Oh, if I tell Summer, I'll tell her what else I got her. She'll come running in here and watch. Oh, and I got the baby something else. Oh, here's a picture of it. Oh, see, here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, she's happy. I've got her trained. Yep, come see what I got the baby. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Can get her in here, my boy. I already did the puppies once this morning. Gonna do more. I've got an old Super Chief video I'm gonna go find. I don't really have the picture up. But look at her. She's ready to see the picture. I was just tricking you into coming in here by saying that, because I said I'll be able to trick. But what it was is like it's a little Adirondack table and chair set for babies. Just because I'm thinking you could build like a little, you should have like a total kid house. So the whole house should have like a little miniature house inside the house, don't you think? So you'll have the little playhouse, you'll have the little table and chairs, which will be outside, and then we'll just get little different stuff until your whole living room is just like a couch and all a kid village. Don't you think?
Yeah.
That's why Summer likes me. She likes my ideas, because if she said, I don't want a kid village, I want a very formal living room where my company, who are people who really don't matter in my life, can sit there and stare at me and judge me. Because when I was a kid growing up, you probably had this too, Stace. You know, because I'm a product of the Midwest, because my dad was in the Air Force, but, you know, he was stationed in it was every SAC base in the Midwest, basically. So, I mean, we never really left the Midwest. You know, so it's kind of Midwestern values. And, you know, where my mother played bridge with the other, you know, officers' wives, I'm telling you, they could make a show about this. Who were these people? I don't know. All I know is they ate M&Ms, because there was always M&Ms at the bridge. And it was always a card table, and it was these cards, and it was this confusing, seemingly boring game where they sat around and played, eating the M&Ms and all these different snacks. So you can see where my snack thing is, my entertaining thing is coming from. But the living room was specifically for these people. I couldn't draw them with sketch artists if you tried, remember any of their names, or even remember a kind word any of them said. But it was very important that we kept this living room perfectly fine for them. Let's hope my dad doesn't watch this, because my dad did say he was watching my show the other day. I better watch out. Because, I mean, to them, it's just, they just think it's pitiful that I did. These are my memories, because they're, you know, they're just thinking to themselves, this is just not jiving up with what we remember. Not that there was really anything. Remember I told you we had the fort in the basement when my dad went to Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
It was this, you know, scary, steep down the stairs basement, dark, in Illinois. That was in Illinois, like the small town Illinois. I'll tell you where scary in 1967 or whenever it was. Small town Illinois.
It was one of those big basements, so that's like the size of the house. Right?
The house, in my mind, and I'm sure my parents have a picture of it. We'll call them and tell them to scan it and send it, or just take a picture of it. No, it was a big house. No, it was like a 3-story house. Oh no, it was your typical Midwestern, you know, small town house with 3 stories and a terrifying basement. I mean, they make horror movies. Oh yeah, horror movies are shooting in that house right now. You know, with the steep stairs. You know, and in my mind, it was the basement light where it's just one light bulb that had a thing that pulled down. No, and then there was a living room, and then no, there was a complete upstairs with, you know, those scary kind of like clawfoot bathtubs. They didn't have something back then called water softeners. Like when my little nephew Sam came here, I don't know, that's when I still had that old water softener, and he was like, the water smells like blood. He's such a smart kid. Well, because of the iron in the water. Well, I got news for you, Sam. I remember that when I was a kid, it was rust red. We bathed in it. And that's why now you understand why I only drink bottled water. Yeah, it was rust red. And it was on the fountain, and yeah, it smelled like blood. But that made me realize how smart Sam was, because he was only like 13 at the time. He didn't know anything back either. He was like, it smells like blood. To which my reply was, you're so perceptive. There's nothing we could do there. That's when I didn't realize we needed a new water softener. I thought that was just as good as it was. God, I need help. God, I need help.
I don't know. Especially if you grew up with rust.
Oh no, and the house was black. I mean, in my mind it was black or gray.
The outside of it?
Oh yeah, it was terrifying. No, and it was 3-story. You know, the kind of house that makes creaky noises and God knows what. Oh yeah, terrifying. To sleep with stuffed animals. I would go get all these stuffed animals and I would put them all behind my back. Oh God, I gotta get my client Joanne, that she's a therapist. She'll be able to watch this. She'll be able to give me help.
Where's she at?
Down south. She loves me. She's faithful. She loves me. I could have said this to her. I mean, I'm fine. I think, you know, people spend a part of their life being cut open and damaged by the world, but, you know, it has to be a last I've healed. You know, not I just keep being like that. Stacy's like, I am loving this. All right, girl. See ya. Bye.